Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here, coming to you from the top level of what is now the parking garage, the parking structure at Disney Springs. They just changed the name very recently. For years, and the way I remember it, is Downtown Disney. But this is no longer Downtown Disney. This is Disney Springs is just over this cusp of this fence area. Look at this. Pretty crazy. I have so many memories of coming here. Early 90s, moved to Florida, started going to Disney a lot. I would spend a lot of time in the mid 90s and late 90s at Downtown Disney, wandering this property. Where I am standing right now is actually a flat parking lot stretching all on this side. Then they built the AMC movie theaters, which you can kind of see right through there. You can see the AMC theaters. And the thing I really want to focus on today is Planet Hollywood, how it still is there. Planet Hollywood, you can kind of see the Planet Hollywood Earth right there. And I was actually here on the opening day of Planet Hollywood. No, I did not remember the exact year and the exact date, but it was very early 90s. I was working at a grocery store. I worked third shift, and I had to be at work at like 10 o'clock p.m. And I remember it vividly. Just like Doc Brown, when Doc Brown in Back to the Future was like, "This is all farmland as far as the eye can see. Old Man Peabody, own all of it." That's kind of how I feel right now about how this is not the Twin Pines Mall, but I am getting the Twin Pines Mall feeling, because as I get older, I have memories of how things used to be, and obviously Progress has taken it. Progress is his middle name. Progress is taking over, and I'm looking back fondly in my mind's eye at the grand opening celebration of Planet Hollywood. Now, I was going to go down there and actually film the front of Planet Hollywood. I was going to film some of the fantastic, wonderful things that exist still in front of Planet Hollywood, but there was a lot of music playing down there. There's a lot of copywritten music, so it's way easier, and we get a much better bird's eye view of Planet Hollywood from basically right up here. But whatever day that was, if you could just Google it for me and leave a comment down below, I would appreciate it. Do some Columbo-like research on what the opening day of Planet Hollywood was. They had a bunch of celebrities out here. Arnold was out here. That's right here. I was right in front of there. Come on, Planet Hollywood. Of course, Arnold, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis originally came up with the idea and made Planet Hollywood, and then they sold it, and Planet Hollywood is its own entity of its own. But there was a lot of people all standing right in here. I was one of them. Before I went to work on the night shift at the grocery store, I showed up to the grand opening celebration and saw Rosie O'Donnell and the people I mentioned and other celebrities all right in this area. And there actually used to be a spinning dinosaur. Who remembers this? If you remember this, leave some comments as well. Right where they're doing all this construction, there was actually a circular building next to Planet Hollywood where there was a dinosaur that would actually spin around, like basically right in there. And there was a lot of handprints on the wall from the very early 90s, kind of like Hollywood Boulevard has the handprints in the cement, or Hollywood Studio / MGM here at Walt Disney World Resort has the handprints. Well, they kind of did that in front of Planet Hollywood. They had the handprints smushed on the wall. I was going to show you guys that, but as you can see, all that has been demolished. Downtown Disney is nothing more than a memory, and Disney Springs Progress is taking over. Downtown Disney in Disney Springs is in full swing, and soon this will be a mecca of consumerism here in Kissimmee / Orlando, Florida. Downtown Disney all through there. That's where Pleasure Island used to be. You would walk over that bridge into Pleasure Island, which also was a separate admission price to get in. If you were over the age of 18, you could actually get into Pleasure Island and dance the night away. And I remember actually coming here. Right now I'm 41 years old. I remember being 17, showing up to Pleasure Island and dreaming and wishing and hoping for the day when I could actually go into Pleasure Island and think, that was so long ago. Pleasure Island does not even exist anymore. So I just wanted to show you this little flashback, a little walk down my memory lane, and show you guys the construction update of downtown Disney, now Disney Springs. It's pretty sad to think how things change. Now, I'm all about progress. I am all about things progressing. But it's kind of sad to remember the past and remember things that used to be there that are no longer there. Like also, not only the handprints on the side of the circular building with the dinosaur spinning around, but there was also the boat was down there from Forrest Gump. I drew a blank there for a second. The Tom Hanks movie Forrest Gump was actually down there. There was actually water all around. It was like a moat around Planet Hollywood. And they had one of the hedges, they had one of the hedges from Edward Scissorhands right down there. Now, I'm sure anyone that's watching this that has never been here would say, oh, they never had that down there, because when you show up eventually, you are only going to know what is here currently or in the future. But those of us who remember the old school Planet Hollywood stuff, chime in down below. I want to hear your memories. I want to share this look back at the old school downtown Disney Planet Hollywood. So leave some comments down below. I want to let you guys know also, I just did an interview with Tom and Dan. They do a show called A Mediocre Time, and another show that airs on Real Radio 104.1 at night called A Corporate Time. But if you've ever seen A Mediocre Time, they do a podcast. It's getting very, very popular. I've been a fan of those guys for quite some time, and I actually did an interview which will be airing tomorrow night. I will post the links on my social media as soon as they tell me what the links will be for that, but that will be up tonight. So I'm very excited about Tom and Dan. If you guys have ever heard of Tom and Dan, you're in for a treat, because they did a really cool interview with me, and it was really awesome to actually meet those guys and to be on their show. All right, I'll see you guys later. Look at this. Planet Hollywood is right there. I got the whole world in my hands. I got the whole wide world in my hands. It's on a dish. I have Planet Hollywood. I'm serving up Planet Hollywood memories to you, sir, ma'am, and children. Goodbye.